No. Oh, come on! No! Open! No! Come on! No! No, come on! Open!
Actually, this is a second tape. The first one was accidentally stepped on by Mason. It was a card, but it was typewritten, and it had no signature.
I see.
Now, it appears your voice is on this tape. So if you'll bear with me. You ready?
Dad's lived pretty much the way he's wanted to. The family's just sort of had to fit in around him. He rules firmly, with velvet-covered brass knuckles.
That's not true. You have a lot of responsibilities at Capwell Enterprises.
Maybe so, but he writes herd over every one of them. No matter how hard I try, I'm never quite able to please him. Never seem to be able to do things exactly the way he would, which, of course, is the way God himself would do things.
Well, he is a very powerful man.
Mm-hmm, but power is ugly when it's wielded to hide a personality problem. Hitler was powerful, so was Ivan the Terrible. Hardly admirable men.
Now, did Mason tell you these things? If so, when?
Dan, I really don't see what the point is.
I'm handling this. Well?
I've never heard any of that before in my life, Mr. Capwell.
Are you absolutely sure?
Of course. I'd remember if I'd heard things like that. I've never heard your son say anything about you ever that even remotely resembles the words on that tape. I can't even imagine him thinking them.
Well, Veronica, thank you very much. I'm sorry we had to impose on you like this.
I'm glad to have been of help.
And now, if you'll both excuse us, I would like to have a talk with Mason.
Of course.
Mason, I am terribly sorry this had to happen. I don't know why people do these things to us. I suppose because we're in the public eye, people feel that they can invade our lives.
Well, our evening didn't have to be ruined, Dad.
What do you mean?
Well, I mean that we can't control what other people do to us, but we can control our feelings for each other, our trust.
But it wasn't a matter of trust. I heard a recording of your voice.
That's right. My voice. If it had been Kelly's voice, or Ted's voice, or Eden's, or Channing's, would you have been so quick to believe it?
I don't know what you're implying.
You humiliated me in front of the entire family. You even brought in strangers to humiliate me further.
Believe me, humiliation was not my purpose.
Well, I don't know what your purpose was, but you might think now and then about what the side effects are going to be.
What does that mean?
It means that sometimes you get so hell-bent on your purpose that you don't think about the repercussions.
Mason, I'm not exactly sure what you're saying.
I'm not sure what I'm saying either. Have another?
No. In fact, I think you have been drinking too much lately.
Oh, do you? And what else do you think?
I just don't know what's gotten into you. Lately, you've been bitter about everything.
Hey, Dad, I'm the son who did everything you wanted me to do, remember? I went to all the right schools, Harvard Law, came back here, asked for expectations, went to work for you, then the DA's office. I did everything you wanted me to do, right down the line, and none of it has worked.
Now, Mason, that's not true. Every father sets guidelines for his son.
Maybe it's because you always knew exactly what you could get from me. Take today, for example, your birthday. I thought I had a gift that would hold your attention for just a few minutes. 50 acres of prime beachfront property. Well, you were pleased for a few minutes.
I was. Very. And I'm sorry that our celebration had to be interrupted by this unfortunate event. But it was a mistake. So let's go on. The night isn't over yet.
I'm afraid this night will always have a certain stamp on it for me. About your job offer, Dad, that is, if you meant it.
Job offer?
Well, I guess you've already forgotten, but you did offer me the position as general counsel for Capwell Enterprises.
Oh, yes, of course.
I don't know if I want it. I'll think about it. Maybe it's time I broke out of the Capwell family mold.
What did you say?
Nothing.
What was that comment about this family?
Have you looked around at what's happening to the family lately, Dad?
I look around at my family every day.
Well, maybe you ought to look a little closer next time. Family's coming apart, Dad, more and more each day. Kelly, seeing Joe Perkins again, where do you think that's going to lead? Eden, well, Eden only checks in once in a blue moon, and even then you can't get a straight answer out of her. And what about your other son? Not even out of high school yet, and already he's turned on the family by falling in love with a Lockridge. What's supposed to hold us together, Dad?
We're Capwells, every one of us. That's always been enough, and always will continue to be enough to hold us together.
Wasn't enough to keep your faith in me after you heard that tape, was it, Dad? Wasn't enough. Wasn't.
That was a blatant lie, Veronica.
What else could I do?
You could have told the truth.
No, I couldn't. I was afraid, Peter. Do you know what the truth would have done to Mason? It would have humiliated him in front of his father.
He humiliated himself when he said those things.
He said those things in private, or at least what he thought was in private, and they had absolutely nothing to do with his business dealings. He said them in private, and then they were tape recorded. Now, that shouldn't happen to anybody.
You lied. The bottom line is, you lied.
Do you think Mason would have let me keep my job if I hadn't?
You think I will?
Meaning what?
Meaning you work for me, not Mason.
He's your boss.
You think I want a secretary working for me that can't be trusted?
Be trusted? Peter, I've done a good job for you, and these were unusual circumstances.
You lied.
Peter, I'm not marrying a Capwell. I do not have the financial security that you do. Mason can offer me a future in this company.
Mason. You said you despised Mason.
Business is business.
Exactly, and you work for me. Something you seem to have completely forgotten tonight. As far as I'm concerned, Veronica, you bungled this whole incident. And I don't think I want a secretary like that working for me.
Thank you.
You have reached 555-0306. Leave a message after the tone and I'll get back to you.
It's Joe. I'm flying in late tonight, and I have to see you. I'll be at the warehouse.
Anchorage. What's he doing in Anchorage?
I wanted to thank you for what you did tonight.
You're welcome.
Meant a lot to me.
I didn't want to see you put on the rack for a private moment between friends.
This is the kind of thing that seals friendships. I mean it. I won't forget it. I don't forget favors, and I owe you one.
I certainly hope so, because it looks like Peter's going to fire me.
What?
I just had a little talk with him. And now I'm going home because I'm tired. No, I'm exhausted.
Peter!
Yes, Mason?
You really are something.
Oh?
You told my father that you thought those voices on the tape were mine and Veronica's. I had hoped that we were cultivating a better relationship than that.
Those were your voices, Mason. Everyone knew it. And everyone, including your father, knows you're both lying about it. I guess that's a lot easier on the whole family that way, though.
You're doing an excellent job of digging a hole that I don't see how you're going to get out of, Peter.
I haven't been tape recorded comparing my father to Hitler, though, have I?
We don't even know who your father is, do we? There's a lot we don't know about you, Peter. You've become quite the mystery man.
Don't try and make a mystery man out of me, Mason, just because I don't have the Capwell credentials behind me. I was a school teacher, not a lawyer. So I guess I don't know how to set up my secretary to lie for me.
I never trusted you, Peter.
How much did you pay Veronica to lie for you?
Don't be ridiculous.
Don't tell me she did it out of pure loyalty to you.
She told me her job was in jeopardy.
It is. I don't think I can trust her.
Well, loyalty's never been your bag, Peter. Veronica, on the other hand, seems quite loyal. No, if anybody's job is in jeopardy, Peter, it's yours. Veronica, on the other hand, is going to be in great shape because you're going to give her a substantial raise.
I have no intention.
You listen to me. You're going to give her a raise or you'll be back out on the streets looking for work.
I don't think your father would allow you to fire me, Mason.
No? Well, my father doesn't know that you have an old and established friendship with Augusta Lockridge. Would he want, as assistant manager of Capwell Hotels, the young man who had been intimate with his rival? More importantly, would he want that same young man to marry his daughter?
The only reason I had anything to do with Augusta Lockridge is to get the information you wanted to give your father the Big Bang birthday present tonight and to try to get Joe Perkins back in prison.
Joe Perkins? Well, now, there's another subject. You know, every time I see Kelly, she's just come from seeing Joe Perkins. But then you don't need me to tell you that, do you, Peter?
You know, Mason, we wouldn't really have the problem of Joe Perkins if you'd been doing your job properly and kept him in prison.
Oh, you're trying very hard, Peter, but you're making a big mistake taking me on. You're in enough trouble already. Hasn't your past just come back to bite you?
Don't you worry about it.
Since I'm not going to lend you the $250,000, who is? I trust you're not going to try to raise it by recycling aluminum cans.
How'd you guess?
Is this the kind of trouble that the Capwell family name would want to be associated with?
It's just some old debts from my past, Mason.
Well, just what is the nature of your extravagant past, Peter? Is it women? Gambling? You're gambling even now, aren't you?
How's that?
Isn't every day a gamble for you, Peter? Isn't Kelly a gamble? Isn't your entire life?
What are you looking for, Mason?
Guess I want some answers, Peter. What is it? Drugs? Gambling? Women? You tell me.
I'm not going to tell you anything.
After what you did to me today, Peter, you can forget about me bailing you out of anything. You're on your own as far as I'm concerned. I'm going to let you hang free to twist in the wind.
Hi.
Hi.
Ellie, I need to talk to you.
What about?
Well, let's get out of here first. Come on.
Wait. What are you doing?
Come on. I want to go out for a drink. I don't care where, but let's just get out of here. I don't feel comfortable.
Why can't we do it here?
I just don't feel good about it here. Come on, let's go have a drink.
Peter, I just can't get up and leave.
Why not? Why can't you leave?
I just talked to Joe. He's flying in tonight. Now, he didn't say what, but he said he found some discoveries on Channing's killer. I want to be here just in case he calls and needs my help. I want to stay on top of whatever happens.
What could he possibly have discovered?
Well, I don't know. Peter, I thought you'd had a change of heart about this. I thought you understood.
I have, and I do. But I need you right now, Kelly. I need you just as much as Joe Perkins needs you.
Joe doesn't need me, Peter. I'm not doing this for him. I'm doing it for myself. I want to know who killed Channing.
I understand, Kelly, but I want to talk to you.
All right, so let's talk here. What's the big mystery?
There's no big mystery. I just want to have a private conversation with my fiancé. Is that too much to ask?
No, it's not, but I can't tonight. Will you just try to understand? He has found out some new information, and it's very important to me and the entire family. And I think he's on the brink of doing it.
Good evening, Cece.
Evening, Peter.
I understand. I'll talk to you tomorrow, okay?
Yeah, thanks.
What was that all about?
I just talked to Joe, and he's got some new information on Channing's death.
Oh, Kelly. Kelly.
Look, Daddy, I know how you feel about this, but he's found some new discoveries. Don't you want to know what it is?
No, I don't. I'm not interested in Joe Perkins' discoveries. Can't you see what he's trying to do to you?
He's not trying to do anything.
Yes, he is. He's stringing you along. There are no new discoveries. It's been 5 years. If there were any discoveries, they'd be known by now.
No, they wouldn't be, because Joe was in prison that whole time.
Kelly, I don't want you wrapped up in this.
I'm not wrapped up.
You're young and naive.
Whether you see it or not, Daddy, I'm a grown woman.
Sweetheart, I see it. I see it better than anyone else. But your experience...
My experience? Everyone in this family treats me as if I was born a half hour ago. I know what I'm doing.
I forbid you to bring Joe Perkins in this house.
I'm not bringing him here. I'll meet him somewhere else.
Are you purposely disobeying me?
Daddy, children disobey their parents, not adults. Adults act on their own beliefs.
Well, you still live in this house, and I won't tolerate it. Not in my own house.
You won't tolerate your own children living in your own home? Well, Daddy, you're soon going to be living alone.
Sweetheart, I want you to understand one thing. Measures are being taken at this very moment to handle Joe Perkins, to get him out of our lives for good. And you know when I make a decision, I rarely fail to follow through. Joe Perkins is going back to jail.
Daddy, what are you talking about? I don't believe you.
Danny, I am dying for a car of my own.
Oh, yeah, me too, but I don't have enough bread for it. Are you sure it's all right for us to take Joe's bike out?
Great. He lets me take it all the time.
Hey, what are you doing? The guy's supposed to drive. You're supposed to wrap your arms around me real tight.
Oh, Danny, give me a break. I am a liberated girl. Now, do you want me to take you for that ride or not?
Well, I don't know. All right.
Come on, get on.
I guess I'm old-fashioned. I like the guy behind the wheel.
Oh, Danny, we've got to loosen you up. I am definitely a girl made for the 80s.
Yes, officer, I want to report a drug deal. No, I'm not going to give you my name. The person involved's name is Joe Perkins. You find the dope on the underside of the seat of his motorcycle. Check it out.
Hi, Summer.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I will be.
Oh, your hand.
Yeah, I know. Steak tartare.
That looks awful. What'd you do?
Burn.
Here, let me do that. Is it too tight?
No, it's okay.
Still. You know, you should see a doctor as soon as you can.
Yeah, I'll be okay.
Tough guy?
Hey, no sweat.
How'd you do it anyway?
I was working on my car and I got a call on some hot pipes.
Oh, it's a pretty bad burn.
Yeah. Hey, great job.
It's not bad.
No, it looks practically professional.
Well, we'll get you to a doctor. You should see one as soon as you can.
Well, maybe.
Maybe. Well, at least keep an eye on it so it doesn't get infected.
No, the way he wrapped it up, I don't think it has a chance of getting infected. Can I get you a drink?
No, thanks. I have one. I did have one.
Well, I repeat my offer. Can I buy you a drink?
Okay. Can I get you one?
No, I'm gonna be on duty here in about 5 minutes, but I'll let you take a rain check.
Deal.
Could you just please tell me what's going on? I mean, you can't just come into my garage without some warning.
Mrs. Perkins, we had a tip we have to follow up on.
What kind of tip?
Where did you say your son was again?
I've already told you, I don't know. Look, officer, he's a grown man. I can't check on his whereabouts. Why do you keep asking?
Well, it'd help us if you could remember, ma'am.
I won't remember. I don't know.
Too bad.
Why do you have those? They're Joe's.
How often would you say your son used his cycle? Every day? Several times a day?
I don't know.
Where do you think the cycle is now?
Officer, I haven't any idea, and I don't understand why you can keep harassing
Would
me.
you say that your son's out riding his cycle right now?
No, he didn't take it when he left. Look, maybe his sister Jade borrowed it. I mean, I heard her say something about going for a ride. Well, I can't keep track of everything they do, and even if I could, it's none of your business.
Look, Mrs. Perkins, your son's on parole. What he does is most definitely our business. It's really about time you understood that.
Is it? What do you think he's done?
We don't know what he's done. We don't know what he hasn't done. All we know is that we need to talk to him. And if you're hiding him, you're going to be in very serious trouble.
I'm not hiding him.
Where's your daughter?
I don't know.
Well, think about it.
She might be at the beach snack bar. She hangs out there a lot.
That's good. That's very good to know. Thank you, Mrs. Perkins. We'll find our way out.
There you are.
Eden, darling.
You know, you are the hardest father in the world to give a birthday present to.
Really?
Yes, you'd think you'd make time for a new plane. It's at the airport. It's dying to see you.
Well, give me a chance.
Oh, I guess nobody can get 5 minutes of your time, huh?
Oh, that's not true. Tell me something.
Mm-hmm.
How does a young woman like you manage to give her father a jet plane?
Well, I guess by relying on a little bit more than my stunning good looks to get her through life.
Meaning?
Well, I made some big investments.
You did? What kind?
Big ones.
Well, that's excellent.
Yeah, I was very lucky.
And it's lucky for me, too. Eden.
Yes.
You surprise me. And you impress me. And you delight me.
Well, isn't that what daughters are supposed to do with fathers?
Oh, I guess so. But I seriously don't think that most fathers have daughters like I do. Oh, Eden, I am so glad you came home to stay.
I am, too.
My, what a cozy sight. The prodigal daughter come home to the bosom of the family.
Prodigal daughter. What's that supposed to mean, Mason?
Well, just that we haven't heard a peep out of you for months, and then one day you come parachuting in. We're just all so delighted.
Are we all so delighted?
Each and every lucky one of us.
You know, Mason, I really don't know what's happened to you since I've been gone, but you better watch out.
Watch out for what?
That you don't turn into a bitter, sarcastic, angry man. We all deal with our own lives in this family. A lot's handed to us, but how we deal with it is our own problem. If you aren't happy, Mason, you only have yourself to blame.
Now, come on, you two. That's enough.
Eden, I don't really need you to come parachuting in on me for some armchair psychoanalysis.
Well, why don't you just listen for once? Might do you some good.
Listen to the paragon of extraordinary behavior herself? We don't even have an inkling as to what your life has been like the past few years.
Maybe not. But at least I'm not bitter about it.
No, you're not bitter. You're gloating.
Mason, I said that's enough.
You know, Mason, I'm not going to let you ruin my day, okay? See you later. Bye, Daddy.
Bye.
See you later.
Sorry, Dad, Eden and I have never been the best of friends, just half-siblings.
Oh, Daddy, I have to talk to you.
Mason, would you excuse us?
Gladly.
What sort of things have you been doing to Joe?
Kelly, I don't want to discuss that with you.
What are you doing?
Whatever it is, it's out of my hands now anyway.
Daddy, will you answer my question, please?
No, it's none of your concern. Nothing that happens with Joe Perkins is your concern.
Of course it's my concern. It concerns all of us if Joe's innocent.
You know, somehow he's got you brainwashed into thinking he didn't kill your brother. But he did. And that was settled 5 years ago.
That wasn't settled at all.
I can't stand to hear that. I can't. And I don't want you to see Joe Perkins again. Do you understand that?
Daddy, I can't do that. Look, I'm going to be your daughter for the rest of my life, but that does not mean you can rule my life.
I'm not ruling your life. I'm trying to keep you safe, out of trouble.
Will you listen to me?
I am listening. You're not. Now, I am telling you that you are not to see Joe again.
No one can tell me what to do or what decisions to make.
Kelly, Joe Perkins killed your brother. Now, I will not tolerate him in my house, and I will not tolerate him seeing you again. Do you understand that?
No. You can't run my life. I do. Do you understand that?
I will not put up with your siding with Joe Perkins. Now, I can't live with it.
Oh, Danny, that was great.
Oh, next time I'm driving, you hot dog you.
Oh, very funny.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, look who's coming.
Oh, great. Just what I needed. Your husband. Just at a time like this. You know, I really hate this marriage business that you're into, you know?
Hi there. Hi, little guy. What are you doing with my wife?
Listen, she's your wife 45 minutes a day, Monday through Friday. And that's it.
Uh-huh.
Mikey.
Not the way Bottom says it. She's my wife 24 hours a day. We have to live it, he says. We have to experience the highs and the lows. Right?
Unquote.
And if I find somebody fooling around with my little spousey here, I'm going to personally bruise my knuckles on him.
Hey, Mr. Preppy, outside class, Jade belongs to the world.
To the world maybe, but not to one person.
Listen, my small friend. The way we creamed you on the soccer field. I mean, you and your school really smell.
Listen, dog breath, we're gonna do a lot better next time, okay?
Oh, wow, sure, yeah, I believe that. Because nothing could be any worse than you were the other day.
What are you, a bag of hot gas? All I gotta do is strike a match and you're gonna go...
Come on, you guys, cut it out!
I'll tell you something else, too. Our team's not just gonna beat your team. Our team is going to take home the soccer championship.
Danny, you're a little bit full of hot gas yourself, okay?
We can do it.
Come on,
I'm telling you.
Let's get out of here.
All
I'm
right.
leaving.
All right.
Jade Perkins?
Yes.
This your bike?
Yeah, it's my brother's. What's going on? Hey.
What are you doing?
What are you doing?
Why are you searching it?
There you go.
What is it?
I think it's cocaine.
Cocaine?
You know anything about this?
No, I don't know how it got there.
What's happening?
I don't know.
Search them both.
Up against the wall, legs apart.
What, is she joking?
Against the wall, both of you.
I can't believe this. This is ridiculous. Cocaine.
They're clean.
Come on.
What?
We're taking you downtown to headquarters.
What for? You don't have any right.
Look, we just found enough cocaine to lock up your whole soccer team for years.
Yeah.
Hello, Cruz. It's Eden. I'd like to see you.
Let's be honest, Eden, you wouldn't like to see me.
No, let's be realistic, Cruz. I need to talk to you.
No, you don't, not really. And I don't want to talk to you any more than you want to talk to me.
Be over here in a half hour?
I don't think this is a good idea.
May I remind you, Cruz, you owe me.
You don't want to know what I believe. You want to tell me and think that settles it.
And what do you believe?
That Joe is innocent.
And what do you base this on? Do you have enough proof
Daddy,
to go to court?
I know Joe, and I trust him.
That's pure emotion. Do you have proof?
It takes time to get proof, and it's hard when everyone's trying to stop you from getting it.
Kelly, there is no proof. None. You're just being manipulated by that man.
No, I'm not. Will you listen to me? I love Channing as much as anyone in this family did. But punishing Joe is not going to bring Channing back. I know he didn't kill him. And I want to work with him to find out who did.
You want to work with him?
That's right.
Kelly, that man has ruined our lives.
Someone else has ruined our lives, and Joe's paying for it.
Now, you've got to stop thinking this way. Right now. You're being totally irrational.
Daddy, I'm not a child anymore. And I can't live here and be treated like this. If you can't treat me with respect that you would have for any other adult, I won't stay here.
Well, if you don't stop seeing Joe Perkins immediately, then I don't think you should stay here.
Yes?
It's me.
Where are you?
Why do you want to see me?
I have something I need to talk to you about.
Why did you go to Anchorage?
How did you know about that?
Why did you go?
Who do you get your information from? How can you possibly know that kind of stuff?
You went to the Beacon House.
Yeah. I talked to someone there. Or do you know all about that, too?
Who'd you talk to?
I talked to a woman. I was showing people that picture that I took of you on Cruz's houseboat, but no one recognized you.
Then I got inside the ward and talked to this woman.
What woman?
She recognized you. She said she remembered you and all those disguises that you used to wear. One of which you've been wearing since I met you.
She said that you were known as Jane Doe. Jane. I should have picked up on that one a long time ago, shouldn't I?
On what?
That you're a woman. What happened to you? Why are you doing all this?
Why were you in that Beacon House? What happened to your life?
are you?
He knows.
Oh, he knows. You know something?
What?
I can feel your pulse all the way through that gauze.
Funny.
Wonder where Sam is. What are you drinking anyway?
A spritzer.
Ah, well, we'll have to see if we can come up.
Hey, Locker, John, buddy.
Yeah, just a minute, all right?
He was supposed to be there 5 minutes ago.
Yeah. Hold on just a minute, would you?
Okay.
Hey, Chuck. What do you say, taking over for me tonight?
What for?
Oh, come on, man. I've done a couple of times.
Well, Chick got you gone, huh?
Yes and no.
Oh, God, I don't know, buddy. I mean, what stage of negotiations?
It's not like that, so cool it, all right?
Hey, Locker, it's always like that. Look, if you don't even have it set up, we're talking at least an hour. Actually, it probably don't work that fast.
Hey, look, I'm getting tired of your face, Chuck.
No, that definitely looks hot for you. Tell you what, why don't we get up a little bit? Have everybody pick a time.
Look, Chuck, I said cool it, all right, man? Just cool it.
Daddy, you've got to stop Kelly. You can't just let her leave.
I have no intention of stopping her.
Well, I'm not at all surprised she's leaving. It had to happen sooner or later.
We are a family. We stick together.
Well, that's fascinating coming from somebody who hasn't been around in years.
Mason, in spirit, I have been with this family 100%. You practically sent her away.
He wouldn't convince me to stay even if he tried. Which he won't. I've got to get out of here.
Kelly, please don't go. You belong here.
No, I don't. I don't fit in at all anymore.
Where are you going to go? Please.
I have no idea.
Look what is happening while you two just stand here. Hello.
Is Kelly there?
No, she's not. Who's this?
Did she say where she was going?
No, she didn't. Who am I speaking to, please?
She must have gone to Peter's.
Pardon?
Rosa!
Come in. Hello again.
You look as beautiful as you did when I left.
Oh, Cruz.
I'm looking for Mr. C.
Oh, he's right in there. Go ahead.
Thank you.
Glad you can make it, Cruz.
Oh, my pleasure.
I'll get it. Hello? Yes? What? Well, is that right? Well, we need Perkins, not Perkins' motorcycle. Yeah, get on it. $10 grams of cocaine was just discovered taped under the seat of Joe Perkins' motorcycle.
Where is Perkins?
They're looking for him right now.
And this is it. This is what we needed.
Yeah, this should pretty much wrap it up. They'll have him locked up by tonight.
Thank God. Now he won't be able to destroy our family again.
Well, Joe Perkins.
Where's Kelly?
What are you doing here?
I'm looking for Kelly.
She's not here.
Where is she?
I have no idea.
She inside?
No. Even if she were, I don't think I'd be inviting you in.
It isn't that easy to stop me. Haven't you learned that by now?
You better watch it, buddy. You're headed for some serious trouble.
I'm not headed for any trouble.
Oh, yes, you are. You're going to find yourself in more trouble than you ever thought possible.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You will.
What the hell's going on here?
You didn't tell us you were having company.
Who are these people?
We're friends of Antonio's. Antonio is in a lot of trouble. Now it looks like you are, too.